Hey, everyone, how is everyone doing? On this, what is it? Wednesday, February 15, 2023. Hello from Islamabad, the capital of Pakistan. This is my second coffee, actually. I had an Americano before, after my breakfast. Uh, this is like a latte I got for my wife, but she is a little under the weather. So yeah, I'm here in Pakistan, I'm doing this podcast. I'm gonna do like a brief podcast from my parents' house in Islamabad. Here you can see my mom's embroidery, all these things. She's pretty good at that. She still does that. Um, I've been having a great time with family, with my wife, obviously, and I'll be here for 3 more days. And then I'll be back to the hinterland of New Jersey. Um, you know, uh, I left that place right before that second wave of like the goddamn, cold wave, from the north, the Arctic, from Canada. And it was extremely cold, I heard. And here I basically flew into Karachi, because that's where my wife was, and we had some good time. And then I also got a little sick. Here's the thing, sir. Well, you don't take your vaccination before you come to these countries. Well, yes, that's true, and that was a mistake. You're supposed to take vaccinations before you come here, but I'm fine now. I got the herd immunity, I think. Well, not the herd immunity, but I think I got the immunity. First of all, I thought that I had like what do you call the typhoid or one of those because there's an outbreak since 2019. I think there's an outbreak of typhoid, whatever, right? In countries like South, Pakistan, South Asia, and some parts of I think Far East Asia as well. But I did the blood test, culture, and all that, and that was all negative. But looks like it was just a flu. Um, I'm also working at the same time. I got a lot of work, and my wife had been helping me, obviously. But I gotta spend time with her because that was the primary reason for me to come here. It sucks to be away from each other after you get married, and it is what it is. And we have, this is what I said, this is what I said, and it makes me goddamn angry. Is that, we have these illegal immigrants. I have nothing against immigrants. I'm an immigrant, okay? And we have these illegal immigrants from South America, coming through Texas and New Mexico, and we are putting them in these luxury hotels in Midtown Manhattan, while I can't have my wife out with me, in my hometown of New Jersey. But I gotta be patient. Both of us, we gotta be patient. What else is going on, huh? Sorry. I mean, the video is not the best. I mean, my podcast videos, I apologize, are not really the greatest videos. But hey, uh, but I gotta do it. I mean, hey, listen to SoundCloud if you wanna like just listen to me. If you don't want to see my face, hey, just listen to SoundCloud link. Usually, I post it there as well on my channel. Um, a lot of things. I'm sorry I didn't do a podcast last week, but this is kind of the middle of the week. Um, yeah, there's a lot of traffic, and I've been enjoying driving my Land Cruiser that I bought. for my marriage, and my sister's marriage. Remember that? Remember that time? Yeah. And it runs well. Obviously it's old, but I love it. I love driving it here. We went yesterday to Dominico, right? It's one of those like places kind of like up on the hill, you know, and you can see the whole Islamabad, the capital area, right? The Faisal Mosque, and then the sunset is beautiful. But I'm hearing that there's even a place actually higher, because this place, Dominico, is about 2,400 feet above sea level. And that other place called Monal, right? It's even higher up, I think about 4,000 feet. I'm going to go up there. And we also did some hiking, me and my wife. It's called Trail 5 here. And it's amazing hike. We did, I think, last Saturday, right? We didn't go to the top because we didn't have time. But there are some like amazing like natural places around here because of the hills and it's beautiful actually. The only thing is that I think it's kind of a joke maybe. I mean I feel bad for these animals. I see all these animals, these stray dogs and stray kids and in the surrounding area, the whole surrounding area, the terrain, especially in the hills, it's basically uh, it's a habitat for these animals like monkeys, and I think there are other animals in this habitat. I think there are some leopards up there too, and birds, obviously, right? Birds. And obviously, humans came here after, so we are in their habitat basically. But without getting too much like environmentally whatever, right? Conscious. Well, I mean, we have to be conscious, right? What I would say is that, and I was talking to my dad when we were coming there, I think, what it is that we should, and the government should actually preserve these like natural habitats, not only for the natural habitats for the animals, as making them as like animal sanctuaries, but also I think, these are the places where you want to go, as nature. We just want to get away from like your daily, grinding life, right? So, and these are beautiful actually. So I think the government and the parks department, whatever they call them here, right? They should actually spend a little more money and preserve them and make them better, right? For people, not only for tourists, but also for, I mean, it's also a way of generating income for some of the locals, right? In any case, without getting too philosophical, I'm having a great time. I also met some of my cousins. They invited us, and the ones that I grew up with, and they're here. And it's amazing. And young talent we have. My nephews, some of my nephews. I mean, my cousins' kids. They are basically getting into colleges, and that kind of reminds me of my own olden golden days, right? And also, we kind of saw, my wife's like alma mater. She went to University of Karachi. It's a Karachi University, right? She was showing me the campus when we were driving. Oh my God, man, Karachi is like the fucking worst place to actually drive, to be honest with you. So much traffic, so much, oh my freaking God. Population, yeah, population, in this part of the world, in this part of the globe. Population and poverty, obviously, right? And so, it's just like, I kind of feel bad for people. But, I mean, it's nothing I can do. I mean, I don't want to sound like somebody who was just woken up from a fucking dream and, come to this part of the world and, realizes, oh my freaking God, they're kids and they were begging and all that. But I mean, I think I was kind of expecting that. I mean, I've been here, this is my third time. But I don't think I can live here, on the basis of principles. I mean, if you put me here, just because I can't live anywhere else in the whole fucking planet, then that's a different story. But for me, I left this place and I kind of like got worked up in the beginning when I was started driving here my car and I was with my wife and she was trying to calm me down because dude, the cars are like cutting into my lane, which is basically my right of way and from left and right, and I was getting fucking angry, worked up, and I had just come out of this fucking sickness, and I was taking medication like the night before. So anyway, so without going too much into that, yeah, it's hard for me to live here. I mean, left this place like 21 years ago, 22 years ago, obviously for the sake of studies and whatever, a better future, So, and that kind of reminded me when I look at these kids and who are basically now getting into their, colleges, they're gonna follow their dreams and, in whatever fashion, in whatever way they want, in whatever career. How about your dating the whole thing? So, well, I mean, I think talked about that in the past. I think these young kids, youngsters, I think I understand a lot of frustration. Listen, dating everywhere is the same. Yeah, I mean it's a little different. I mean, you can date here. Yeah, I mean, so you gotta get married. That's what it is. Can if you want to be here, get married. You can't have a girlfriend and boyfriend. Maybe some people do have money who live in their own enclaves of whatever, right? But in this part of the world, yeah, I mean, when you get mature, when you're ready, just get married. Find someone, talk to them, just don't do it in a hurry or don't do it just because you're desperate or you're lonely or, yeah, you have to do that for that reason too, but also don't come under too much pressure of the family, because you got to spend your life with your significant other, whether you're a woman or a man, doesn't matter, so take your time, at least talk on the phone or at least have a meeting, you know a few times meeting, if you can, but talk on the phone a lot, video chats, etc., etc. If you make the decision, okay, am I going to sound like somebody who's giving this like dating advice for these young kids? Well, I'm doing, I guess I'm saying that because again, I'm just like I'm trying to walk in your shoes, although I'm an old, person, I'm old, but you get my point. What is your point, sir? Well, you just gotta follow your path in life, man. That's what it is. Whatever. I mean, you get help, not get help. I mean, yeah, I mean, if you need help, get help. Get guidance if need be, because I think uh, uh, in whatever fashion you need, because I think one of the things that at least I didn't really like take a lot of guidance because I was kind of narcissistic, I'm like, fuck it, I know everything, I'm gonna go to a good school, I got a fucking scholarship and this and that, right? But well, half loan, half scholarships are which I had to pay back, you know. But without turning my podcast into like a career advice podcast, right? Um, I mean, life is not like perfect anywhere on this planet, at least, Um, so you got to make the most of it. Live in the present, you know, doesn't mean you have to be like a Buddhist monk or something. Life is full of everything. So you got to basically take life as is. But don't let life ruin your whatever. Don't let life ruin your, well, future or present. You also got to meander. You also got to meander your own path, like a river, you know, like a river, I follow you. All right, so I don't want to go on for a whole hour of podcast. Sorry again, I apologize. I hope you all are having a great time. How is New York, New Jersey? I kind of miss it. Obviously, that's my hometown, and This is like my home away from home, That's what I tell my wife. And I can't wait for her to be with me, in that part of the world. I've been in touch with my lawyer and, I'm just keeping my fingers crossed, just praying. Although I don't think my prayers are going to be ever heard, or I don't know, I shouldn't say that. I mean, I don't believe in a traditional God or whatever, right? An alien, maybe. But yeah, didn't I say that we humans are the creation of aliens and we are the alien tech, at least our bodies. Right? So, if we are the alien tech, are we going to turn into something else through our body? And is our body going to actually sort of like create something else? I think so. And I think I said this many times. Some people actually achieve it, not achieve, but they realize that, oh, wait a fucking minute. We are not only our bodies, there's something else in here. I'm trying to find out about myself, about the reality and all that, right? Uh, and then you realize, what the fuck are we doing here? It's like, oh, we are on a fucking rock which revolves around another goddamn rock, right? Which spews basically lava, hot lava, and also that same goddamn rock, our sun, right? Our star is also out there to kill us, kill this planet. As soon as we lose the molten iron ore in the heart of our planet, this star of ours is going to kill us. Right? Just like what happened to Mars, I think. In any case, so what's your plan, sir? Well, we're trying to actually, without getting into too much details, me and my wife are also trying to get Dubai, so let's see what happens. So I can fly with her and then I can leave her there. Let's see what happens, right? I don't want to jinx it. Sorry. But hopefully it happens. And then the biggest, obviously, the big thing is, she has to be with me. I have to be with her, and she has to be at our home, which is New Jersey, at least for now, right? Uh, so yeah, I mean, I'm planning to actually right after this. This is actually around 2 o'clock, 2:30, 2:50. What is it? 2:50 p.m. in the afternoon, which is basically what, like 4 o'clock in the morning, uh, U.S. time, Eastern Standard Time. Oh shit. So in like 2 weeks, I think they're gonna change. 2 weeks or is it 3 weeks? 3 weeks they're gonna change the clock. So daylight time starts, sir, man. Better adjust your clocks. I think March 1st, one of those Sundays, right? Eagles, Super Bowl. I couldn't watch it because I couldn't watch it because Fubo TV, which is what I usually use on my phone, I basically link it to the TV. Fubo doesn't work here. All right, now these other fucking things work here. Welcome to this part of the world. All right. In any case, so I'm going to, Eagles. So I thought that Eagles were going to win, and I think everybody else, and I saw the score, right? And I'm like, holy shit. But I'm glad I didn't bet on them, I wanted to bet on them because I knew that they were going to win. But the hell, whatever, right? So, no, okay, without getting too much, like, it's too late for me to even discuss fucking Super Bowl, right? I'm planning to actually play some golf today here in Islamabad. There's a nice golf course out here where you can actually rent the clubs and rent the cart. And I'm going to take my brother-in-law. I think he's going to go with me. He's one of my sister's husband. Uh, and we're going to go play some golf, hopefully, right? Let's see what happens. Weather is nice here, by the way. So right now it's like 72 degrees. Oh my God, And obviously, this is South Asia, right? In Islamabad, although it's not very hot in summer, but it does get hot here. Like starting even like the end of this fucking month, right? On March, I think it starts getting like warm, right? Um, but I'll be gone, and I'm hoping that when I land in JFK Airport, right? Well, first of all, When I landed to Doha airport, like Doha in Qatar, oh my God, that fucking airport is so nice. Excuse the noise here, the street noise. Um, the Doha airport is so fucking nice. They even have like a what do you call like a what do you call like a whole like a garden inside with real trees, and it's like yeah, it's like a garden where you can actually there's real grass, and you can just you can lie down and take an hour nap or whatever the hell before your next flight, right? And then I was basically texting my ex-colleagues, listen, compare this airport to one of America's our own goddamn airports like fucking Newark Airport. You land at Newark, even JFK, right? You feel like you just landed into one of those fucking third world countries. Trust me, that's how those fucking airports are in terms of, you know, old infrastructure, old and like ugly, and it's oh my God. You get my point, right? And I'm already like getting depressed when I land into fucking JFK. It's going to be cold as fuck, right? And then I'm going to be looking at the fucking airport, although it doesn't fucking matter because I don't fucking live on the airport, right? And then I'll be fucking, taking the Uber or whatever. And then, it's going to be like an hour and a half traffic I had to go through, right? JFK to my hometown in New Jersey. In any case, so without, being too pessimistic about my return, right? Return back to my right? Why don't you just look at the positive things in life, sir? Well, that's what my wife would say. She's always like, you know, optimistic about life and everything, right? Well, yeah, I try to be optimistic, and but the reality hits the fucking ground, and you're like, oh my freaking God, back to the fucking grind of war. That's what it's going to be when I get back, right? Here, I spend a lot of time with family and we chit chat and this and that, they cook and, dinners and all that. And I'll be like a lunatic when I get back, right? Well, it is what it is, sir. What can you do? Huh? So, yeah, make the most out of it. What else is going on? So, I've been working as well. I've been working at least few hours a day. I was just setting up some drawings. Obviously, my clients there are basically, doing construction. Although my engineers, I hire another one, an intern, right? They are working, but in a week I should be back, right? Back to the base, and there's a lot of opportunities here to do business, even like whatever. Again, didn't I mention that last time that I want to get into solar installation? For that, I need some capital, and obviously time is also of essence. As I don't care. I'm only one person. Should I basically clone myself? Maybe I should fucking clone myself, right? Like there are two or three naives running around, right? And then that's yeah. I mean, if I had people who could trust and and then I could go into like solar installation because there's a lot of potential in US, especially in New York, New Jersey, because solar is kind of new. Well, I mean, it has been there for some time, but especially in urban areas. In any case, so here I am now, I'm spending some good time with my family. And is there anything else I want to talk about before I sign off? Huh? No, I think that's it. Oh yeah, a lot of spicy food though. So I think I've been trying to acclimate my stomach because usually when I'm in New Jersey, I would basically just eat something or cook something that's not too spicy, right? Um, but here, people, use spices, for for food, and which is actually good for your stomach. The problem with my stomach is weak. In any case, so I think I'm going to sign off now, and I presume you all are having a great time wherever the hell you are, whichever part of the world you are in, right? And I'll try to do one or this weekend. I don't know. I mean, I haven't bought the return ticket yet, because just me and my wife, we've been trying to figure out her visa situation for Dubai. So that's what we've been waiting for. Hopefully, we'll get an answer. And once we do, then I will book the ticket. All right. But I have to be back by 19th. Between 19th and 22nd, I have to be back because I have a lot of fucking work and, you know, and I have been sending proposals, etc., and I don't want to lose clients. All right. What else is going on this side of the world? Anything? Oh, we went to that museum in Karachi, Pakistan Air Force Museum. That's a fucking amazing museum they built. So it's like an open ground, like it's like a park where they have all these planes, right? Different planes, fighter planes and whatever else, right? Fucking amazing, like those are real planes, except obviously they don't have any, controls and the engines and all those, just the shells, right? Even like those fucking like old like C-130s, right? Those big military planes, right? But that was good. And it was a nice day too. Karachi was kind of hot. I mean, nice weather. We wanted to play golf there, but then we didn't have time. We only were there for like 2 or 3 days. We stayed in a hotel, nice hotel. Although the architecture of that fucking hotel, oh my freaking God. In any case, I think that's it for now. I think I'll see you all, I think next, whenever, hopefully, if not this weekend, then next week. All right.